Hey.
Whoa.
Oh, Lord. Like people who have come.
I think everybody is on, well, except for Andy and Barry are coming in person. We'll just make a note of that tonight.
All right. Sunday looks like. Can we not talk about things that happen tonight? Because I really don't want to be there. It's my only night without call.
You do it every night.
I was so frustrated this weekend. First, like VPNing in, and I didn't know this. Like you can log in without VPNing in, and the system is much faster.
Oh,
So I did that. But the one day, Saturday, she didn't know she did it, but she gave me like 55,
oh my God.
and it was taking me forever. And we had Ian's basketball game.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Sharon, you gave me 55. She's like, how? Well, I don't know. But then I looked at it the next day. She gave me 48 to 101. But then she gave the person under me like 80 to something else. So we were crossed over. So it worked out. But I'm like, I'm going to Ian's game and I will finish them later. I like, I can't do this right now. She's like, okay. I just don't. Where's the agenda here? Agenda. I hope we got everything in there. I just don't even care.
Same.
All right, minutes. Minutes. 22 dates. You love it. Your name gets put on there, TV.
There it is.
Right. Invoices. Is there even an airport? Oh, there is, of course.
Yeah. I think Bob is zooming in.
Of course he is. I need his signature and stuff. Investment report. And then. All right. So we're gonna mute. Oh, no, no. I should probably do that, so that I know how to do it on whatever day it is. So I just dial.
Yeah, you do the 9.
Can I just start
9.
dialing?
I think so, and then you can press the, whatever. That's how Michael does it. I forget what button to push, but.
Welcome to Zoom. Enter your meeting ID followed by pound. You have stood by.
What? Excuse me?
That was weird.
Excuse me. It literally.
Welcome to Zoom. Enter your meeting ID followed by pound. Enter your participant ID followed by pound. Otherwise, you are in the meeting now. There is one other participant in the meeting. This meeting is being recorded.
Because I didn't
Oh, okay.
mute us yet. Oh.
Weird.
Let's hope it doesn't echo. So Raylan got her hair done. Oh my God, it's so pretty out. So pretty. Anyway, she got her hair done because she had to get her blonde. We're trying to brass
Oh,
these down.
yeah.
Blonde. I did her hair and I was gonna do mine. $100. Because of course cost $180. I don't know.
Nothing.
Like I don't have enough.
I'm glad I'm not the only one who does
But I
that.
don't know what else to get. You're not telling me what they want. Like my mom's price. You get, bigger gifts or what. Yeah. Scared to mistakes right now.
Stuff was delivered from Australia.
Yay.
Goodness.
Right? I mean, Ian has his keys and stuff, but you know what I mean? Linda just texted me.
Ask them to let the do it.
You didn't do it, you didn't do it over the weekend? When are you getting together? The 24th, right?
We're gonna bring breakfast.
There you go.
Take care of
Things, right? Yeah.
it. We just have to get. $30 your damn
I
hat?
know.
Little embroidered piece. I just better wear it.
Like crazy. I'm going to get my phone and I'm literally taking a picture. How do you get a hit? I can't get over how beautiful it is.
Whatever happened to Simon?
I don't know. I was like, who?
And yeah, she's like, can we get a pet pigeon?
No way.
No.
They don't stick around. Ours is gone. Yeah, he just kind of flew away. So keep watching for him, but I haven't seen any. I guess parent. The banking tomorrow. No, I probably won't. You have to
I have to
slow down.
remember to grab.
I'll send her a reminder now. Yeah, let me sit right on mine. I think Barry's on the phone. I don't think Barry's coming. I don't have anybody here. Answer. Um, you try it on.
I haven't yet, but I just found this on Pinterest.
Which one? Which color is the base?
I wonder if it's
Is it that light blue one? That one's good. Shapeshifter. I think I put that over.
also in study.
Stop it.
That's really.
That is so pretty tomorrow. Tomorrow. Like all over the place. This is my brain. I'm not even kidding. Wrapped gift with without a tag and the where in the and on
Oh,
the
how are we gonna? It's like a big box or
we
something.
need to make it sneaky in the kitchen. Find a spot. perfect. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I swear you were on the phone. Were you not on the phone?
What phone? Like that one to this meeting?
No, like on the conference call phone with Mike right now?
No.
Oh, weird. I swear I heard your voice.
They disappeared.
I know, like every time I click here to move anything, the people disappear, and then I have to click back here. I just here and they come back. No.
What happened? Probably one of their
Definitely.
updates.
Oh, the pretty sky's gone.
Okay, let's hope Andy shows. These things work now, right? We don't have to sit so
Right.
close like we used to.
Yep.
Okay. Barry's here. Just gonna go to the restroom, we'll be right back.
Dan. What do we need for a quorum? Need two more? Sitting on?
Yep. I'll be on Zoom. Hold on.
And Inglesby?
We'll see is.
And Dan. Yeah, he's good. I think the IDA is almost more controversial.
All right, I was just kinda.
Always good to have a leader.
You guys missed the sunset.
Oh, man.
It was beautiful. Yeah. Yep. It was so pretty. I have a picture because I went outside.
Okay.
Yep.
Coming from home today?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. I was gonna go into the office,
That is beautiful.
but then I'm like 20 minutes closer to the meeting from here.
Yeah,
And I was like,
40 minutes out of your day just sitting in a car.
right.
You know?
And now I don't know how to deal with that. Because I haven't commuted in like 2 years. So the concept of actually doing it is,
Well, depending on when you leave, you either stop and go.
Right.
Or you go 20 miles an
the
hour.
first meeting I went to, like whatever it was, 18 months later, I
Yeah.
think I was even, it wasn't here, but I was coming to a meeting, I think out here, and I was probably 15 minutes late. Like I
I didn't have the timing down.
yeah, I was just,
Yeah.
I got it all screwed up.
Well, you can tell because, I've commuted 2-3 months after I was here,
Mhm.
pretty much full time. I couldn't do the home thing. And you do get spoiled because, you want to talk about cruise control. It was,
Oh, yeah, no
Smooth
traffic, yeah.
and then just as we're starting to get into it, I've had like 2 or 3
Andy's the only
accidents.
board
And I've had to
member
make
here.
a phone call, stop and go.
Right.
You know what I
We
mean?
hope.
I believe Mike was going to.
Actually, believe it,
but
both of, 2
I
of
feel
them
like the
recently
past
were.
couple of meetings, it's
Why, hello there.
Hi,
Oh,
Andy.
my gosh.
I ran into Mike in the hallway.
Did you get our messages
Yeah.
today?
No.
Oh, no.
Oh, I did get a couple of phone calls, but it didn't say there were any, voicemail.
I left
got-
a message at the office and then I left one on your cell phone.
Oh, you left a message at my office and they didn't give it to me? Wow, okay, well, I got it in the hallway,
Just the
so.
last one with the FLTV.
Yay, Andy made it.
Initials.
FLTV.
We're still on FLTV for one more. And we don't have to shout or anything, that stuff works pretty well.
Hey, you wanna get
But we
Andy's-
do have to wear masks. Yeah, technically, yes.
Yeah,
That's the county policy.
it's a great idea, so we don't mail it.
Yep.
And we have guests and, I can introduce them, Michael, Sue. And what do we got going on? Peter Lesson. Medical North. Yeah, that's the big topic for tonight, restructuring.
Can we have the light on over the table?
Okay.
I don't know
No
why I
dark.
didn't turn that on.
Saving on
I'm glad you
electricity.
said it, because
There we go.
I hate the dark.
Yeah, that's right, Peter represents, who?
Steep Rock Capital,
Steep Rock Capital, okay, good.
the current owners of Phase 1.
Placement check. Didn't want it, but.
Oh, dear. I wonder what happened to the other one. Oh, this is for Andy Mullen.
You
Would be the
think
first
John
one.
would win?
This is your last act.
They're just hanging out there. Currently, it looks to go there. Maybe it's the center of the page or something.
Dan and Lou are on.
Yes.
Okay, are we having the countdown again, or?
Is Deb Brown on?
There is Dawn yet.
And we're looking for Dan Coolican and Deb Brown still.
Okay.
Good luck.
He is the attorney for Steep Rock Capital.
And we got John Goodwin, city manager.
Yeah, John, go, there he is, John.
Yeah, just came on.
Do we want to wait a couple minutes?
Yes, please.
Yeah, we're still waiting for a quorum. Who just joined us?
John Bucci,
Oh, okay.
or Busey. Is it Bucci or Busey?
I actually can't
You know
hear
what?
you right
They're
now.
both sort of, they're both sort of right. Some people say Busey, some say Bucci, and I don't correct either.
I'll do the intro to
Not
this.
bad, sir.
Andy,
Oh, I can hear you.
think when we get a quorum, we should go around and do some introductions. So we have, is Lou on?
Yes, Lou is on. We're waiting for Don and Deb.
They both said yes.
Dan Marshall, no?
Dan Marshall on Zoom.
Yes, okay.
Well, do we have a quorum now?
No, we've only got 3.
We need Deb or Don, not both of them.
Okay.
You need 4 out of 7.
Oh, there's that.
Is that Deb?
Yep.
And Dan, okay. Secretary, we now have a quorum.
We gotta tell them to go live though first.
Oh, okay.
All right, we're ready to go?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, all right, we're gonna go live in 5, 4, 3, 2. What is it?
Industrial development.
We're calling to order the December 20th, 2021 IDA meeting for Ontario County. We're gonna call the roll. Lou Zulik,
Here?
Dan Marshall,
Here.
Deb Brown,
Here.
Andy Maladetz is here. I missed anyone?
I'm cool.
Don Cooliton? Okay,
So we do have a quorum.
all right, we do have a quorum, and do we want to go around and do introductions?
Well, yeah, I think it's appropriate. You know, here at the table, our secretary, Andy, sitting in for Mike Davis, who had a bit of a health emergency today. Hope he does well. Mike Manikowski, Ontario County IDA, Economic Development.
Barry Kerrigan, Nixon Peabody Transaction Counsel to the IDA.
Sue Berry, IDA staff.
Jessica Kasmark, IDA staff.
Bridget Larson, IDA staff.
And Michael Wojcik, IDA staff.
And maybe some of our guests. John, you want to introduce yourself? And I think Michael is on the phone too, or on the,
Bob
Bob?
Mincer.
Yeah, sure.
Oh,
John
Bob
Busey.
Mincer, I'm sorry.
Oh,
Go ahead,
sorry.
John.
Yeah, John Busey, Steep Rock Capital. My partner, Matt, and I are the current owners of Pinnacle North, so phase 1.
Peter Lutz, I'm counsel to John Busey, one of the current owners.
Good evening, Michael Silverberg, Berkeley Properties. We are purchasing from Mr. Bucci and his partner, the phase 1, the Pinnacle North property.
Bob, I'm sorry. You got Bob there?
I'm here.
Bob
Mincer, staff.
Bob Minzer.
Don Coolican just came in too.
Oh, and Don, good. So Andy, we've got a quorum plus one with Don Coolican.
You want to introduce John Goodwin too?
Oh, yeah, John, John, are you on? John Goodwin?
I'm here observing tonight, Mike.
Yeah, well, just introduce yourself if you don't mind.
John Goodwin, the city manager for the city of Canandaigua.
Excellent.
Oh, okay.
Thank you very much.
All right, the first item of business on the agenda is the restructuring of the Pinnacle North PIF.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Chairman. That's, I'll just start it off a little bit and then turn it over to Barry, our transaction counsel. Is Jim Caniglio on too, our general
I
counsel?
have not seen it.
No.
Huh. Okay, well, we had, in the last, I don't know, month, been approached by John and his folks and now by Michael at Barclay, who have an interest in the entire project. As you recall, we have 5 phases, but in particularly phase 1, which is the multifamily development you see today on the lakefront. Very fine development, even through all the times we've been through. Seems to be very stable and providing, you know, pretty high-end multifamily residents on Canandaigua Lake and attracting some high-end talent to the community who've chosen that as a place to live, and that's always been part of our vision. In order to effectuate, however, a transaction to bring Barclay into ownership of phase 1, a lot has to be done. And it's, you know, a little complex. It requires some institutional memory. Barry, goes back 5 years, maybe?
Yes, 6.
This goes back 6 years, really the last time the IDA has been asked to be involved in anything here. And as you know, nothing has happened with phases 2 through 5 for a variety of reasons, not the least of which was some litigation involving the owner and COVID that came in, you know, 2 years ago. So there's a chance here to restructure. I believe it's a good chance to bring some revenue, frankly, back to the taxing entities and to get a qualified high-end owner manager of that fine development in place who will continue to upgrade it and make it the place that we've come to enjoy and see here. There's a request for basically stepping into the pilot payment in lieu of tax agreement that is in place for phase 1. That request is coming from Michael and Barclay through John and his people. And so tonight, we want to just give the board kind of an update, what's being asked, what is necessary to effectuate that. That's well beyond me, but that's why we got Barry here, who's great at this. And the process steps that we need to take to get the board the kind of information they need to understand that this is reasonable and appropriate, and then to go forward with our usual procedure, which is public hearing and board meeting. So Barry, with that preamble, I'll shut up and turn it over to you.
Sure, no problem. I put together this flow chart that's up on the screen and attempted to color code it to show what would happen sort of after the fact. But I'll take a step back and start how it sort of was currently structured. So as Mike mentioned, this originally was a 5-phase development that utilized a PIF structure or pilot increment finance structure, where a portion of the pilot payments were able to be diverted to pay debt service on a key bank loan. This structure was set up, although there was 5 phases, the ownership up to the top all the way goes to Canandaigua Lakefront LLC, which was a company that basically owned, is common ownership for all phases. Once the existing original owners got into their litigation issues, there was an inability to continue construction financing for that group and to refinance the loan for phase one, which is the yellow boxes there. And that's when the Steep Rock Capital team came in to prevent a foreclosure. And their role was to sort of like stabilize the existing phase one and to continue sort of leasing it with the understanding that eventually they would turn it back over to someone who's in the property development business. And then phase 1A is the brewery. That's the Young Lion Brewery location. The plan there would be to go back on the tax rolls for phase 1A. Phases 2 through 5, there's an outstanding loan to the CADC, which will take over those portions. It's vacant land, but they'll take it over sort of in lieu of foreclosure. And again, those properties will be put back on the tax rolls. And there may, in the future, be an opportunity for future development. But you'll see there with the 3 different colors, there's anticipated to be 3 different owners of these phases. And currently, the way the deal is set up, they're all cross-defaulted and cross-collateralized. If you can just scroll down to the bottom, you'll see there that the pilot structure has joint and several liability. And that's a problem for, obviously, the 3 separate owners. And it would be a problem for any lender who's looking to refinance either the existing construction loan on phase 1 or to lend to any of the future developments for phases 2 through 5. And so the request here is basically phase 1A, or green, and phases 2 through 5, the blue color, would be put back on the tax rolls, and any existing IDA documents would be terminated. Phase 1 would also, the IDA documents would be terminated, but they would enter into a new pilot without a PIF, just a normal assessment-based pilot that would put them in the same economic position that they're currently in with the PIF. So not any new or additional benefits, not necessarily any less benefits, just the exact same economics as the original deal.
And also, anything that we would do on this, there would have to be full payment of any pilot that's outstanding, correct, Barry?
Correct.
We would not close on anything like that until that was done.
Correct. Yeah, our understanding, it's a good point, Mike. Our understanding was there was some past due pilot payments potentially relating to, some of, not phase 1, but some of the other phases. And a requirement of any restructuring would be that those pilots be made current.
That would include the current ones coming up for the next couple of weeks.
The January payment? Yeah, I mean, they could make the January payment and get a credit for the taxes.
So Barry, that separates phase 1 from 1A and both of them from 2, 3, and 5?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's the purpose?
Correct. Phase 1 and phase 1A are under sort of the same pilot schedule, but have had different owners this whole time.
Right.
Actually, Young Lion is doing quite well in that phase 1A position as the enterprise. And we know that because wearing our other hats as the Economic Development Corporation, we made a substantial loan for their brewing operations and their manufacturing operations. So they're doing very well, even with COVID. But I think, Mr. Chairman, just need questions from the board, and I'm sure there are questions.
Do we have any questions?
Maybe not.
I've asked mine. If there are no questions, we just need a motion to hold a public hearing.
Is one question. One phase 2, 3, and I'm sorry, 2, 3, and 5.
Yep.
Any plans, anything going on there, or are they just in limbo at this stage?
So my understanding is there's no concrete development plans. In conversations we've had with representatives of the CADC, They mentioned that the plan right now is to terminate this and put the property back on the tax rolls, and then at that point, explore development opportunities. And once they sort of had done the studies and done, talk to potential development options, they would sort of come back and let us know. But no concrete plans at this point.
Okay, but it does stuff, they are going back on the tax roll. That's good to hear.
Yes.
And the CADC is the Canandaigua Area Development Corporation.
Correct.
Right. Yeah, it's all interrelated. So from a process standpoint, we need to work with Michael and John. And we had a call with Michael last week, a very good call. But we need to work on the application itself to make sure we have all the information we need. We need to do our workup on this for the board, even though the request is to step into the existing pilot with the existing structure. We want to make sure that is necessary and appropriate. So we can bring that recommendation back to the board. And to do that, I want to talk about, we're going to need a little outside expertise again. And so, Mr. Chairman, at some point, I want to, ask permission to do that. But for now, so we have process. We would ask that the board do two things. Number one, authorize the staff to schedule a public hearing when we feel we have the information and the analysis completed, so that we can hold the public hearing with the necessary documents, the cost benefit, the full application, take in what we hear at the public hearing, and then bring all that back to the board at some subsequent board meeting. Hopefully in January, may not be. We'll see how far we get. But, so Mr. Chairman, that's number one, if the board is comfortable. And then number two would be to hire this outside expertise to work with Michael on the reasonableness test, as market conditions have changed in 6 years.
Okay. So we need a motion for public hearing.
This is a little motion.
Is that Dan?
That was
Lou?
Don.
I was getting to Don. I have a motion from Don.
Motion was made by Lou, seconded by Don.
Okay.
Got it. Thank you. Are there any discussion?
Yeah,
All
this
in
is-
favor?
I'm sorry, can I just ask a question? I apologize, I had to step away, I'm on call here and I got a call, but so I probably missed some of this, but so is the ultimate aim here to get back to having the empty land, what is empty land right now, developed? Is that the ultimate aim? And if that is, I mean, assume that's the ultimate aim. If it is this change that we're contemplating here, we're feeling that this is really the best way to expedite that? Is that, am I approximating what we're talking about here or no?
Yes, so phases 2, 3, and 5 in phase 1A, the plan there is to terminate the existing PIF structure and just put it back on the tax rolls owned by separate entities. And to your point, Lou, the goal there is to allow for phases 2, 3, and 5 to be unlocked for future development. If they stay within the PIF with the cross defaulting provisions and the sort of joint and several liability, those phases, although they're vacant land, won't be able to be redeveloped under this existing structure. And so with the ability now to terminate, that will, allow those parcels to be developed in the future.
Okay, and then I'm assuming, getting to the next point that, hiring an outside consultant and so on, that there's not really a lot of precedent for this. Is that a fair statement or no?
It's an area of expertise that's a little different for us, Lou. Multifamily housing, financing of it, and, you know, return on investment, return on equity, that sort of thing. I just feel we'd be better served as a board to bring in that outside expertise to work with the developer and the lenders here. So the board gets a clear, unbiased, objective view of the reasonableness of this. You know, this cost we would pass on to the applicant.
Basically, they're looking at the internal rate of return.
Right.
And just to.
Sorry,
to
Sue, say that
clarify-
again?
The consultant would look at the internal rate of return on the project for the purchaser.
But this is just as it relates to phase one.
Yeah, I was just gonna clarify, that reasonable test, and the request for a new pilot is only on phase one. And so, you know, the restructuring of the pilot would just be for phase one. The remaining phases all go back on the tax roll.
Okay, thank you. No more questions.
So, Mr. Chairman, given Lou's question, I would like to seek the board's permission to engage the outside, as we've done with some of these other projects, MRB Group, Michael Nadolo, for not to exceed $8,000 for this analysis, with the idea that this would be passed on to the applicant.
But we have a motion and a second for holding a public hearing.
Sorry.
That's okay. So we need to take a vote on that. All in favor of holding that public hearing, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? There being none opposed, that motion carries. So that takes us to the second issue, Mike,
Yep,
which
sorry.
is the
Got ahead of myself.
the consultant to work with Mike on the valuation of phase one. So you've added some details. We're estimating $8,000
Not
for
to
that.
exceed.
Not to exceed.
I'm estimating less, but I'd like to have the wiggle room.
Mike, can you add some detail? What makes this different than what we typically do?
Well, there'll be a lot of analysis of market rates,
Mhm.
et cetera. This is what this firm does. You know, they kind of specialize in a lot of this stuff. You know, we're more or less looking at manufacturing firms and such.
Mhm.
Time of the year certainly helps. You know, we're looking at closing the books for the county,
Mhm.
and that eats up a lot of time, so.
Yeah, it is also a time management thing,
Uh-huh.
given Michael's responsibilities. He's responsible for several departments.
Right.
But it's also a kind of particular skill that we need to bring some help into.
Mhm.
Look at the market conditions. I mean, this is 5-6 years since we looked at this.
Right.
Okay.
And market conditions have changed. You know, the amount paid per, square footage or unit, you know, varies, frankly, in terms of the burden that goes to taxes. We just want to make sure this is reasonable.
Mhm.
And we want somebody who specializes in this, can, you know, give the necessary spreadsheets to the applicant to fill out and, you know, do some objective, unbiased looking and make a report back to.
And I will
to the
still,
board.
definitely be involved.
Mhm.
Michael will be more supervisory role though for this.
Right. And then the cost of the consultant will ultimately be borne by the purchaser.
Correct.
And there's a mechanism for that to happen?
Yes.
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 Okay. So we need a motion, if there are no more questions, we need a motion to engage with the consultant for that valuation.
A motion for that.
Deb? Is there a
Yes.
second?
This is Lou, I can second.
Don with second, okay. Any additional questions? All in favor of engaging the consultant, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? There being none, the motion carries.
Mr. Chairman, unless there are any other questions as to where we are right now with this, that's all we need.
Thank you, John and Michael, for being here.
Michael's already gone.
No, he's
There
not.
he is.
He's still
Thank
there.
you.
Thank you very
And,
much. I
And Peter.
appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody. Appreciate your time.
Okay, we are on to administration,
No,
aren't we?
No,
no.
There must be something new.
Consulting contract.
Oh, no, not that. We're not even talking about that.
Is Jim not on?
No, he's not. And I went out to see if there was a message from him that he couldn't get in or something, and there's nothing.
It might be useful to have him. I mean, do we have his cell
you want
phone?
me to call him, 258, go see if there's something going on?
I wouldn't call his office, no, I'd call his cell phone.
I have it somewhere.
I got it somewhere.
Anyhow, I'm sorry, Andy.
That's okay.
We just were on the phone with Jim.
I might
before
have
the
had
meeting.
Oh,
at the time.
So I'm a little surprised he's not here, because I think he can be very helpful on this item, since it went by his firm. But we can get started. if you
yeah.
want. Maybe something came up, that kind of a day.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so, I believe everyone's had an opportunity to read the consulting contract. So we're looking for a motion to enter into that contract with, Michael Manikowski, beginning January 1st.
Correct.
This is Lou. I'll make the motion.
All right, Lou, thank you.
It's Deb and I can second it.
Thank you, Deb. What questions have we regarding the consulting agreement?
I just want to add, this has been reviewed by Jim's firm. And they added a lot to it from when you saw it back in November. You know, there's certain indemnification, certain insurance requirements. All that's been added, and the term has been shortened. Basically, the county was interested that it'd be a shorter term, and I think so was this board. So it's for 6 months, with the idea that it can be, it can go on a monthly basis after that if needed. Just to give you more background, and Supervisor Marshall's on the call.
This is Jim Caniglio. Jim?
Oh, Jim's there? He's there?
He's on the cell phone, I think.
Oh, myself. Jim?
Well, anyhow, so that's been, you know, it's changed from a year to 6 months, with monthly renewals if necessary. When we had the Economic Development Corporation meeting, was it last week, Sue? I can't remember.
Yes.
2 weeks.
Last week, we had 3 supervisors on that board, who basically indicated the search for the new Economic Development Director will get underway again in earnest.
Sue?
Yes.
Hey, it's Jim. I don't have the Zoom login information for some reason.
Okay.
Either got deleted or, can you have Bridget send it to me?
Yeah, or can you just stay on the phone, because we're discussing Mike's contract right now?
Okay, I'll stay on the phone.
Thank you.
And the supervisors called the county administrator into that meeting, and the county administrator verified that it's going to start in earnest. And that the they hope to have, candidates and perhaps a selection made at the end of the first quarter, start of the second quarter. So this would provide some transition succession services once they do get a new director. In the interim, I think all the board should know that our bylaws allow for Sue as the deputy to step in as the interim director. So Sue will get the pleasure of getting her hands sore by signing hundreds of documents after the first of the year on behalf of the IDA and the OCEDC and act in that capacity. And I will work with her under this arrangement. What am I forgetting? The shorter term, the Sue stepping in. That was a very critical point, Dan, to the county administrator, frankly, to understand that these organizations have bylaws and that they provide for an interim deputy in the absence of, the director of economic development. So that seemed to be helpful for the members of the Board of Supervisors and the county administrator. County administrator did ask that this be run by the county attorney, and Ed Russell, your general counsel on Jim's firm, our general counsel, is doing that right now. I don't know if I'm missing anything, Jim, or anybody, if there are any other questions. That's really what I can tell you. And, there's still no information to me. I hear this, from the supervisors and others, but no direct information to me as to any succession of what's going on. So that's where we're at. And as you can see, we got a lot on our plate. Not only this, but we have some opportunity, I believe, with a couple of other businesses that will involve the IDA. Several things that will be on the first quarter agenda, not the least of which is the annual report and the audit, which we're required to have done by March 31st by the state of New York. So it's a busy quarter. It's a busy second quarter, frankly. And this would allow me to work again, keep working with the team, working with Sue as the interim director, and keep myself around this office for a while to help through this time.
Mike, I have a question for Jim Caniglio. Jim, relative to the contract, it's executed by Mike Davis as the chairman. And I just wondered if it made more sense for that to be executed by Sue as the deputy executive director, or does the chairman of the board have that authority?
Yes, it actually, the chairman has the authority, the staff does not.
Oh, okay, perfect then.
Yeah, the chairman has the authority, and Mike's been very, very much involved in the development of this.
Mm-hmm.
So, Jim, is there anything else you feel we should indicate, just so that this board has full transparency on this?
I think, Ed has vetted this thing out pretty well. He vetted it out with the county attorney's office as well. This covers the understanding between all the parties. I think there's not much more to add. It kind of speaks for itself. It's not terribly complicated.
I want to ask Dan Martin.
Dan, do you have any comments that you want to add as the Board of Supervisors representative?
Well, I'll vote for this, but I'm a little taken back by how it all came to be. Frankly, I would think that as the new deputy director, who becomes now at least January 1st the director, that the request for a consultant ought to be coming from her, and I haven't heard that. The board appears to be speaking for her if she's in agreement with that, then so be it. But that's a concern I have about this.
I would be in agreement with it, Dan. I think having Mike here will be good for the transition. When the county hires someone, it'll make their job much easier.
Fair enough. I just think that if you wanted it, you could have had the opportunity to go it alone. But if that's the way you feel, thank you. I think the county administrator probably would have preferred something even shorter than 6 months, but I believe 6 months is appropriate. Because in all honesty, it'll be 3 months before somebody gets appointed. And then there's going to be a period of time there where obviously some help from Mike would be forthcoming and would be beneficial. So I'm fine with 6 months. And I think if no one else is aware of the fact, I believe that both Rob Salone and with the Economic Development Corporation and Mike Davis from the IDA are going to be part of the committee that is doing the search for a new replacement.
It's a good point. I believe that's very good progress. Yes.
Good, thanks, Dan.
Yeah, I'd have to say I too, and you know, it's just very concerning as to how this whole process was handled. And you know, the fact that we as a board have been put into this situation. I'm very happy to hear now that that Mike is part of the committee to help find a new leader for the organization. It seems like a step in the right direction.
It is, I agree.
Yep, agreed.
And they have advertised the opening in more appropriate places now too, such as the New York State Economic Development Council and the International Economic Development Council.
Yes.
That's good to
And
hear.
that's
Because
also,
I was going to say that's good to hear because the choices, with no offense to Sue, who was an excellent choice, there wasn't a big list of people available. That's all.
yeah, they finally asked me a couple of weeks ago about these organizations. I was happy to provide them that information.
Okay, so we still need a motion to enter into that contract.
This is Lou. I thought I did make the motion. No? Okay, I'll make the motion.
Oh,
now.
I apologize. You're right.
I-
Yep, you did, and Deb seconded. Sorry.
Yep.
Okay, so we have not voted on that motion, at which we will at this point do that. All in favor of entering into this contract, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, there being none opposed, that motion carries.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Now we are into the administration. Wow. I got my name spelled different 4 times. It's on here 4 times and it's different. Okay, so we're looking at the meeting minutes from November 2nd. November 22nd, sorry.
This is Lou. I'll make a motion to approve.
Second, Marshall.
Thank you, Lou. Dan Marshall, second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? The minutes of the 22nd are accepted. Bridget?
Those are the meeting dates. The only one that is going to be changed is December. We're going to do it the week before, like we did this year.
Good.
All right. Mike? Invoices.
Bob, you want to take it off with the airport?
Yeah, just take a look. Yeah, it's a pretty light month. I think we're, no invoices for utilities posted, but everything else is pretty much in order. It looks good. Pretty light month, actually.
Yeah, I just want to say, once those utility comes in, we are going to just go ahead and pay those. So we're not going to be late. That's one of the ones that we can just pay and then ratify them at the ensuing meeting. So I know we got a couple in the mail today, but everything was already out in the packet. So we'll be paying those probably this week, along with all the others that'll show up. So that's why it's a little bit shorter, because we did have a cutoff of Friday for all the bills that came in. For the agency. Sorry, Bob?
I was saying I still review all the invoices to see if there's anything for out of
Right.
ordinary utilities.
Sure. All right, down to the agency, we've got the treasurers. This would be our final payment for this year with the master agreement. Sue submitted her mileage for the last 6 or 7 months or so. The New York State Economic Development Council, we got a conference registration being paid. And all we're doing with Andy's, we're just replacing a check. We had a lost check, so we're replacing that. First bank card, you notice there's a late charge on it. That's on us. We put it in the pile and missed the deadline. So I apologize for that. And finally, the last one is just the petty cash over the past year. These are just various items that we've paid. For instance, 1099s, I just went out and got the 1099s this year. So it's expenses like that. So, any question on the agency bills?
The New York State Economic Development Council is trying to meet in person for the winter meetings in January. That's, with the way things are going, it may go the other direction. Just want everybody to know. But that's registration for Sue and me, correct?
Just you.
Just you, Mike.
Just me. I thought you were going, Sue.
I am the county. Mine.
Oh, okay.
Need a motion to approve those invoices for payment?
I'll make a motion, Don.
Second by
Thanks,
Lou.
Don. Thank you, Lou. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? There being none, those invoices are approved for payment. And the best part of the meeting, Bob's airport update.
I don't think I have anything to add to it, Andy. We're just moving into the winter months and getting ready for spring and working on some activities. I got some. I submitted an equipment plan to the airport committee, and I've got some notes for you and Dennis on a subcommittee. Hopefully we'll be able to address and meet on that pretty soon.
That's the business development.
That's right.
Uh-huh. All right, I need a motion to accept the airport update. Oh, we haven't done the financial statement, sorry.
You know what, I'm just gonna ask if there's any questions on it. There's very little change from last time. The airport has been staying right around level. Our expenses are in very good shape on the industrial and the agency side of the IDA. Unless you have any other questions, I'll just go ahead and pass. Next time we meet, I should have a pretty close to final for the audit. The audit's going to begin on the 24th of January and conclude sometime about the 3rd week or 4th week of March.
Yeah, just one thing to add to the financial statement. We do now believe, correct me if I'm wrong, Barry, that we will close Cooper Vision by the end of the year.
Correct. Yeah, we scheduled that for December 29th.
So that will give us from a fund reserve and fee standard, Andy, that will give us $1 million a year.
Nice. Wow.
First time.
Wow. Is it first time ever? What a way to go.
Record year in terms of projects, and in terms of the financial health of the agency.
Well done. All right, so we need a motion to accept the airport update and the financial statements
Moved Marshall.
and the investment report.
Moved by Dan.
Thank you, Dan.
Second by Lou.
Lou, thank you. All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None opposed. Those reports are accepted. The last item on here, you're gonna have to help me with.
But we thought Brian Young was gonna be here, but I guess he's not. But, you know, Brian retires at the end of the month, the deputy county administrator. He's been a great friend to economic development for many years, when he used to be the workforce development director, and certainly now is deputy county administrator. Just want to acknowledge Brian. He's a great guy. And, you know, this is my last meeting as director, although I'll hopefully be at subsequent meetings, you know, for half the year at least. So I just want to thank all the board, you know, for supporting me over the years, going on 37. Dan Marshall might be the one who's around the longest on this, perhaps. And Dan and I go way back.
20 years.
Yeah, many years. And it's been a great relationship, and I just look forward to continuing to work, helping Sue and the team as we move through the first couple of quarters of 2022.
Mike, it seems there needs to be more fanfare.
You know, there really doesn't, because I'm really not going away.
We're gonna have a party next
year.
Andy.
Beautiful.
And, yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be doing, just so you know, there's gonna be a story in the Finger Lakes Times and the Daily Messenger, you know, and all that stuff. About in fact, I've been doing the notes for it today, and, boy, it really strains my memory, you know, to think of the names and everything going way back. But this board has always provided great support. We've had great members on the IDA board, going back decades, and what we have with everybody here is just excellent. I'd say it's as good or better than any other board in the state. You probably saw, Bridget sent it around, but only 2 counties in the state have experienced the net growth from in-migration, out-migration. 2 out of 62 counties, including New York City, Saratoga, and Ontario. And I think that's remarkable, and credit certainly goes to you folks who've contributed your time and expertise and business acumen to this effort. So I thank you.
Well, Mike, it's an honor for me to be the chairman at your last meeting, and I only wish I could live up to the style that Mike Davis would have lent to the meeting. But in my own humble way, I'd like to present to you a sleeve of golf balls, because I know that's where you're gonna spend all of your time.
Wow, thank you, Andy. You know, I love these NXT tours too.
At the risk of understating the incredible contribution that you've made to Ontario
Believe
County.
me, it's been a pleasure, and I hope the pleasure can continue. So, thank you. These are great balls. I love these NXT tours. No, they really are excellent balls.
Well, I want you to lose those. They say Plastics on them.
Okay. All right. I will. Thank you very much.
I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion, Don.
Thank you, Don.
Second, Marshall.
Thank you, Dan. All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, we're adjourned.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas.
Happy holidays. Happy New Year.
Merry
Thanks, guys.
Christmas, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you.
Andy, that's really great. I love these balls. Oh, you got your side plastics on it?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
they're even autographs. I mean, it's.
Yeah.
No, they're pre-marked, you know, so nobody can, I love that,
And meeting's wrong.
you know, so
And the meeting.
instead of people saying, you know, they'll say, you know, I got 2 dots or that, you know, when you start